Hello everybody, welcome back. Fantastic that you came back, and I'm a bit shocked. I've got over 200 subscribers now. They've just some subscribers. I can't even say the word. There's too many S's and too many B's. It's subscribers, or is it subscribers? I couldn't even tell you, but I've got 200 or more. I'm not sure now. And thank you very much for joining me on this video. It's wonderful to have you here. And this is a very special video. I had somebody message me on a little private message, and they said, "What are your rarest items?" And I said, I've got a few, so I'll show them and you can see what you think. So this is kind of a selection of some of my rarest items. I've got some other rare items, but I'll save those for another day. A little bit of a teaser. And yeah, let's begin. Shall we get stuck in? Yeah, come on. It's my video. Get stuck in. None of this intro stuff. Okay, first up, you can get it anywhere. Dead Island, Escape, or Escape Dead Island, as it's also known. This was a standalone kind of game that came out. Dead Island back in the day had a bit of an issue with what it actually was. Dead Island sort of struggled with what it wanted to be. It was an RPG. It was an action. It was a zombie killing game. It was blah, blah, blah. And it made Dead Island. Then it made Riptide, which wasn't number two. Number two, like a poo. But it was like a kind of a DLC that went next to it. Number two, grown man. But then it made this, and this came out for the Xbox and the PS3. And you play as a bunch of guys on Banoi, which is the island of Dead Island. And yeah, it was a nice little kind of a game. It's a bit of an isometric sort of top-down kind of a game. And this brings me on to one point I'm going to make. There's a guy who goes by the name of Sonic. Sonic something. I'm not used to the usernames on YouTube. They're doing my head in. But he's basically asked me, could I put some footage of the games, which will be happening. I've got some bigger games videos coming up. And I do need to update my computers and things and get stuff sorted out. So there will be game footage coming soon. Just bear with me. Thank you very much. Hopefully I'm entertaining enough. Boobies. That was really immature. Why did I say boobies? That was, oh God, I can't even. But but yeah, but there you go. So this was a good game, and it was very good. And it's a nice little filler until number two came out, which I've just finished, and it's really good fun. So if you really want to have fun, I think it's like they've made the game they always wanted to make. And remember, there was 11 years of participation of everybody kind of going, oh my God, we need number two, and the kind of the anticipation got over and over and over, more than we could all stand. And then nothing. And then it came out, and we all went, yay! And it's brilliant. I really enjoyed it from start to finish. And yeah, I'll do a little review maybe when I can do the game footage. Shut your faces. Okay. You know when I say shut your faces, it's just a catchphrase. I don't mean shut your faces. You can open your faces as many times as you want. Open your face, shut your face, do what you want. Okay, shut your face now, though, because I'm doing it. Talking of zombies, the Zombie Survival Guide. Now, this you can buy in shops, and it's not very expensive, but it is unique because this is the first edition of this book. So it's gone through lots of different versions since then, and there was World War Z, which I think is on my bookcase, and I haven't got it here. But this is the Zombie Survival Guide, and if you ever get a chance to get this, it's really good read. If you like zombies and that kind of thing, it's written as though it's kind of like a matter-of-fact sort of, this page is all about slings and arrows and the best kind of weapons. This one's about class 1 zombie infection. This one is about surviving an attack, and it's like a kind of a textbook on how to survive a zombie apocalypse, and it's brilliant. It's a really good read. I love this, and I keep it on my mantle just in case we have a 28 days later scenario, which that would be useless because they walk in this one. But shut your face. Okay, next up is Zelda Ocarina of Time. This is I should change this video because it's not all rare items. It's just interesting items and rare items, and there will be some rare ones, trust me. Just keep watching. But this one is Ocarina of Time. It's an advanced sort of version. It's like HD'd, and they utilize the two screens, you know, as they would. It's a 3DS kind of game, and it's lovely. And I like Ocarina of Time. I remember when it came out, I loved it. Then this came out, and 3DS version I think is better. They've perfected a lot of the things. The swimming is better in it, and the arrow work, and it's good. It's a really good version, and it's just nice to put it on the 3DS and just, yeah, just enjoy it, just have fun. So yeah, really good. If you've got a 3DS, definitely one of these. Not the cheapest game, but definitely one of the best games. Thank you. Arigato. Talking of Dead Island, the definitive edition on the Xbox One. If you can pick this up, probably about 20 quid. It's got both games. They've been HD'd, and funnily enough, it's got, there you go. So it's got Dead Island Riptide, and one that was like an arcade game that was like Streets of Rage, but you just moved along and beat the daylights out of zombies. It's like I said, they struggled with their identity a little bit at the beginning, but Dying Light came out and they kind of found their feet, and then they put a bit of Dying Light into Dead Island 2, and it all went well. And we all like Dying Light. But yeah, really good version of the game. It's not the easiest game to get your hands on, but definitely worth the money if you like these kind of games. And I'm a big Dead Island fan. I like the first one. Good. Did someone say The Evil Within? This is the limited edition version. And I'm quite pleased with this one because it's in such good nick, which in English means good condition. And the nicest thing about this is you get like a reticle kind of thing. Does it do a thing? Oh, it looks 3D. Lovely. You get the game, obviously. There it is. And then you get this kind of notebook, which is great. I like it. And it has the kind of monsters in the corner and a bit of blood. And it's just a nice sort of set. It's lovely. And Evil Within was great. It was made by the guy who Hideo Kojima? No, that's the guy who made Metal Gear Solid. Fuckity McFuckenstein made this game. How the fuck do you get this thing back in? Who cares? And he decided that he wanted to do a game that was very similar. Because remember, when they looking at sequels for Resident Evil, Devil May Cry came out. They made Devil May Cry by accident. So they made The Evil Within, and it is brilliant. It's really good. There's stealth, and the monsters are genuinely terrifying. It's a really good survival horror. Good stuff. We should do a video on survival horrors. Let's make it happen. Okay, let's cut from the games for a little bit because I'm getting game heavy. Do you want a cup of tea? What about a Shining cup of tea? This is my Shining mug. If you don't believe me, it's written there, The Shining. Yeah, I mean, it's just a nifty little thing, but I like it because it's the carpet from the film. And you will play with me forever and ever. And who loves The Shining? The Shining was brilliant. They should never remake The Shining. If they remake The Shining, I will go. I'll just go off. I'll just kick off. And kill something. A pony. These were fun. I found these. These are quite rare. Rick and Morty's Pickle Rick headphones, which I thought was quite cool. There you go. And it's got a little Pickle Rick, and he says something along the lines of Pickle Rick, and he says it really loud. And look at me, Morty. Oh, Pickle Rick. Oh, and it's got Pickle Rick style thing at the top. And yes, it's lovely. And it was just a little goofy thing. I'm just going to put a thumbs up to everything that I see. So we have a, where's my other bottle gone? So we have this a beer in England which is brewed by, because we have ale, so we don't drink lager, we drink ale. Well, us men drink ale, and all the girls drink lager in this country. And there's a beer that's made by the wonderful Iron Maiden, which you may be a fan of. And this is the Trooper. And I kept this bottle because it's a Day of the Dead version. And and Day of the Dead happens to be one of my favourite films. This obviously has nothing to do with that, but it is that bottle. And what's even more rare is this one, which is Sun and Steel, which again is another Iron Maiden beer. So if you can get your hands on it, it's really nice. This Troopers, it's quite cheap over here. If you're overseas, you may have to get it imported if you can. But it's a really nice beer if you like ales. It's quite thick, quite ruby, dark. It's got a really deep flavour to it, but it's lovely. And I put a little light in it, but it doesn't come on anymore. Oh. But yeah, they were. I kept the bottles because they were good. Why am I showing you bottles? That's the kind of channel we're on. Okay, let's show you something that you want. That's the money shot, okay? 1998 came out, Resident Evil 2, and they decided, I'm going to make a controller for it. It's one of the rarest controllers I have. I have absolutely no idea. So, this came out when Resident Evil was finding its feet. So there was only really 2 games. There was Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 1. So that I don't know if they were expecting more games. But if you've played Resident Evil, you now know that square is run, X, is action. You hold down the R2 button and then you press X and it fires. And then this was a controller they decided to come out with, and I'm going to show it to the screen there. Right. So the first problem you've got is straight away. So you've got your direction buttons, and this is cool. So this part here is like a gun. So you hold this button down as though you're aiming, okay? And then you fire with that one. Ready? No, that's ready. Oh, so, okay. So you'd hold it and you'd ready with that one, and then you'd fire like that. Oh my God. And I've tried playing Resident Evil. Now I can do Resident Evil in about 2 hours, and that's like taking my time a little bit. I'm pretty good at Resident Evil. This kills me. This is the worst. And there is no button on this side, look. What a mess. Look at that. And then there's these 4 in the middle. Look, all the L1 and R1 are in the middle. Look at that. Tell me that makes sense. What a mess. The only good thing about it is it's got a turbo button. Just that. So you can turn turbo on and fire a million bullets and waste all your bullets. But yeah, that's one of the rarest controllers I own, and it's awful controller. But hey, that's what we're here for. What else we got? Let's think of something else. So check this bad boy out. Oh, I'm gonna fall off the chair again like I did. Oh shit. So I love this. This is my Simpsons Fridge, and these came out about 2006, 2005. You cannot get these for love nor money. And this one lights up, but I haven't plugged it in. And it does hot and cold. Look at the little beer, and yeah, it's nice. And then you obviously can open it up, and inside, oh, Astrid. Bloody hell, Astrid! Look at that beer. Yoink, lovely. Have that later. Not that I'm a pisshead or anything. In America, that means that I'm angry. In England, it means I just want to be... No, I'm not a pisshead, but yeah, Astrid beer is nice. This is nice. Thornbridge, good brewery. I'd like to do a beer review one night. Wouldn't that be fun? We could sit here and talk about cultural things like Nietzsche and the state of Walker's crisps these days, or Lay's. I have to try and cross the pond, apparently. According to my statistics, I have 50% England, 50% America. So it's like I have to be like Spider-Man, apparently. I don't know why I'm doing that. This is nice. Final Fantasy... You can't even see it because the picture's so nice. Final Fantasy 15, the deluxe edition. But obviously, I mean, look at the case. I mean, that is just next level, isn't it? Look at that. And on the back as well. That is something special. I love this thing. What a game. Not a massive fan. Unfortunately, number 7 spoiled Final Fantasy for me. After number 7, I just couldn't survive. But it's a great game. Really good fun and really pretty. Here's one to pick up, guys. Blur. Yeah, not the band who sang Parklife and 20th Century. Fuck You Up the Boy. Fuck You Up the Boy. Mm. Shut your face. Right. Blur. It's fucking hell. Imagine imagine there's only me here and I'm making myself laugh. It's ridiculous. There's nothing more cringy than someone making themselves laugh. It's pathetic. There's a this is imagine Gran Turismo, but if it was Mario Kart. So you have all the power-ups, a bit like Wipeout, but it's not with futuristic ships. So you collect Shark, Nitro, Shunt, Mine, Barge, Bolt, Shield, and Repair. And you have to obviously just do damage to each other. But it's really good fun. I play it with my son quite a lot, and we have a lot of fun with this one. And it's good fun, and it holds your attention too, which is always good because of the pretty colours. This is going to be a long video, by the way. So strap in. Enslaved is a great game. Came out on the Xbox 360. Got overshadowed by Call of Duty. And I think Batman Arkham... Sorry, I've got windy pops. Arkham Asylum came out. And this just went... Just disappeared. But what a great little game. It's a puzzle game. You play as this guy and this girl. And you have to kind of negotiate yourself around a post-apocalyptic world. Pursued by some pretty nasty monsters and this bloody great big massive thing with the blue eyes. And it's brilliant. It's a really nice looking game. Very ahead of its time. They're very good. There you go. There's the back. But if you get a chance to get this, about £4 in CEX, and obviously if you guys are in another country, it may be more dollars. I don't know. Sorry, I don't have all the news. Speaking of which, PlayStation 2, Sonic Gems. Very lucky to find this. I found this in a charity shop for £1. And it comes with Sonic R, which is the Sonic racing game. Which is the one where that creepypasta is about something about, I don't know, you play it and then Sonic jumps out the TV and tries to fuck you or something. I don't know. Sonic Fighters. Awful. Why did they make a Sonic fighting game? But obviously the best one is Sonic CD. There you go. Sonic CD being probably one of the best Sonic games made on third and fourth generation consoles. Really good. It's worth it for that. It's worth it for Sonic CD. What a game. Super jealous. I always wanted a Sonic CD, a Mega CD, and a friend of mine had one, and he only played cricket on it. Waste of time. It was true as well. Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil for the GameCube. These are starting to get quite naughty now. They're about £10 a piece. You used to be able to pick them up cheap as chips, but everyone's kind of jumping on the old GameCube. Everyone's kind of realising that these games are getting quite old now, but these are next level. They're just the best version of... If you want to play Resident Evil and you have the original version and you have this version, I recommend this version. I just think it's more accessible. It looks beautiful even today. I've got the HD version on Xbox One, but this is incredible. And the GameCube, I wanted a GameCube just for this. And if you want something to kick your ass, this is the one. This is probably the hardest Resident Evil ever made, and Code Veronica is a bastard, but this is evil from start to finish. But it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and definitely worth a play. There's animals in there, leech creatures, a few zombies, but the biggest and worst thing about this game, not worst, challenging, is the lack of storage boxes. You have to carry everything you have, and you have to drop it exactly where it is when you don't want it, which creates... You thought storage management was important in the old games. It is insane in this one, because there are parts where you will need something, but you have to make that gamble. It's hard. It's one of the hardest Resident Evils, hands down. I'm going to cover my face for this one. BMX XXX. I've never played this, but I saw it in a shop and I was like, really? I remember this coming out actually. So it's Matt Hoffman's BMX, only with ladies with no clothes on. PlayStation 2 was a confusing time. They wanted to give everybody what they wanted, and what they wanted was boobies, apparently. But it's such a gross game. Um, but it's actually getting quite expensive now, this one. Yeah, enough said about that one. Let's change it up a little bit. Let's have. What's he doing? Let's have Isaac Clarke from Dead Space. There you go. Does he still light up, or have I got to change his batteries? No, he needs his batteries changing, I think. Um, this model I bought for the princely sum of £5 from a car boot sale, and now it's worth about £120. Isaac Clarke being the protagonist from Dead Space. This is Dead Space 2 model of Isaac. He has the plasma cutter. There it is. Which is what he uses to sever your legs and your arms and kill you, if only if you're a necromorph. If you're a human being, you're fine. But there you go. There's Isaac Clarke. You all right, Isaac? Yeah. Brilliant. Wonderful. There you go. Wonderful. And he's very rare model. Let's have a look at this. So I love Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein's great. Love Wolfenstein. The New Order. Brilliant. Visceral, heavy, just brilliant game. From start to finish, I enjoyed this one. I liked the Old Blood, and I also liked the new something, the Colossus. This is the Occupied edition, and the reason why I like this one so much is because it is it's just funny. Just funny. Now I have this on Xbox One, and I would recommend it more on Xbox One than Xbox 360. This was right at the end of Xbox 360's life, and it had had enough. It was tired, and these games were way too big for it. I think it came on like 97 CDs. There you go. There's 4 discs. There's 4 discs. There's disc 3, disc 4, there's 4 discs. I mean, that's ridiculous. But the one thing I do love about this is the humour in this one. So it comes with your ID card holder. It comes with these kind of jokey postcards. So obviously Beatles on Abbey Road, only it's Nazis. What's this one? It is fucking thing. They're all stuck together. There's nothing pervy as well. I don't know why. That is. Did anyone get that joke just then? That was rude. If you got it. That's the famous picture, the sailor kissing the woman on VE Day in America, and obviously the first German on the moon. And it was just a nice little pack. I liked it, and CEX do this thing where they don't discriminate between the special edition and normal edition, so they're both the same price. But what's really good is this one, and it is the Guide to Britain. There you go. And it sort of shows you getting around, welcome to Britain, and a few gags in there as well, like films to see, and yeah, it's a good little copy, and I fell in love with it. I thought, yeah, go on then, we'll have that. And I've got to try and put it back in the box now. This is impossible. Have I just ripped the fucking thing? No, I haven't. It's fine. But yeah, there you go. So I'm happy with that one. Like I said, it was a good copy, good edition. I haven't gotten much more. I think I showed this before, but the Pocket Station, there it is. The Pocket Station was exclusive to Japan. I remember it being in the official PlayStation magazine, and I got excited, and I did a little wee, and then I realised that it was never going to come out in England ever. So here it is, and I bought one from Japan. Came from Japan. Cost me around 20 something pound. The screen, is that scratched? But what it would happen essentially is it would plug into the memory card, and when you played certain games, it would come up on the screen. I think with Street Fighter Alpha, Street Fighter 3, this screen would have your character, and you could train them But it was like it was a great little thing, and we got very excited in England because we were like, oh, we need one, and it never left Japan. It never came over here. But yeah, Pocket Station. I'm happy I've got that. Now I'm going to show you the rarest Ghostbuster thing ever. Okay, the rarer than anything, any toy. Okay, and I'm going to explain to you what this is. Okay, so this is a ghost in a can. Okay, and more importantly, this is my ghost in a can. Okay, I'm just going to angle the light slightly. That's better. You can see my face now. Oh my god, looks like I'm being interrogated. No, that's too light. No, I should have done the light at the beginning. There you go. So yeah, this is a ghost in a can. Warning, do not open. I contain a ghost. And this is from Wimpy, which, that's you too. But yeah, this is... So what it was Ghostbusters 2 is coming out. There you go. And if you went to Wimpy, Burger King, or McDonald's, you got one of these. And this is a proper can. And inside is probably like neon gas or something like that, or some kind of gas. Go into a dark room, open the can, gas flies out. You've got a ghost for like 4 seconds. I went with my 2 cousins. My one cousin opened it in there in the middle of the day, so that was a waste. My other cousin waited until Halloween, which was about a couple of months later, opened it on that night, and I still have mine. That was 1989. So this is this is 35 years old. Fuck me. I'm old. 35 years old. I was only a kid. And yeah, this is mine. So that is one of the rarest things. You cannot get... These are really hard to get your hands on. Really hard to get your hands on. But I'm really proud I still have mine. And I will have it for many more years. And I have to keep it under lock and key because I would hate for someone to open this. It would make my heart die. Because I've kept it for so long. But yeah, I've still got my ghost. He's probably leaked out. The can's probably perished or something. But hey ho. There you go. Wicked. There's my ghost in a can. Now, another really rare thing I've got is not a PlayStation, but the screen. There you go. This was not given, but I bought this on a website called Spock, which is like a kind of like a Craigslist. People put their wares and things. Have I got anything in there? No. And I was buying one of these. It was just a PS1. And the guy, it was all in its box, and it was all fine. I thought, brilliant. And when I got it back, it looked like that. And I nearly had a poo, because this screen is insanely rare, very expensive, but it's the official one, the official PlayStation. And I bought this entire console with 20 games and 2 controllers in its box for £50. So if you're watching, man who sold me this, oh dear. But it's never been sold. I haven't gained any money from it. It was just a lovely surprise to have that. And sometimes I'll turn it on and it works and it's lovely and I'm playing my little game on the screen. And my wife looks at me and thinks, I wonder if I could get a divorce. No, she doesn't. We love each other very much. Shut your face. Right. Tomb Raider Anniversary Special Edition. There you go. Oh, look at her there. She's very voluptuous, isn't she? Lara Croft. Goodness gracious me. I would like to cover her in rib sauce and lick her all over. I'd like to jump on her and suck her head like a Chubba Chub lolly. Or something not so weird. This is a good game to get for the PlayStation 2 if you've got 5 minutes. It's called Dark Chronicle. There was a game called Dark Cloud that came out. That was you, a little boy, and you, it's a weird sentence, and you go in, a horrible wizard genie thing comes and takes all your town away, and you have to go in the town, you have to go into the big woods, fight your way through, collect pieces of your town, so you can come back and build your town. So it's half RPG adventure, half town build. It's good fun. It's good fun. So yeah, there you go. I'm running out, so I'm gonna cut it to this. So what else have I got? I got a few other things. These are Sonic novels. They're choose your adventure novels. There's 4 in my collection. There is actually 6 you can get, but I got 4, and I've had these since I was a kid. But they're actually good fun. But you have to write down how many rings you have and what you've collected. But I read them. Look, I've still got a bookmark in this one. It's here. There we go. Rings. There you go. See? So I wrote my little rings down. I had quite a few rings, didn't I? Bloody hell. I was doing well, obviously. I won't show that because it's normal. The official unopened sealed version of the original Biohazard 2 original soundtrack. If I say original one more time, my head'll pop. And the last thing I'm going to show, because I'm running out of time, is my only Resident Evil model I have, apart from a zombie. But I'll show you that another time. Ada Wong, my lord. And has she got tits? Is that a weird thing to say? It's like a little tiny thingy. I don't remember her tits being that big in the game. Fuck me. What? And wait a minute. Look at the size of them. She was quite a flat because of where she's from. Look at him. Obviously the flower from Resident Evil. So bad. That was such a bad thing to say. From Resident Evil 2, the flowers from the lab. Looks a bit like a Demogorgon. But that's great. It's a great model. And he's got flowers for hands. Look, he's giving you the finger. I can't get over it. Her tits are huge. Why are her tits so big? I don't remember them being that big. I wonder who made this model. It's weird. It's always good to end the video on how big Ada Wong's boobs are. That's not what we're all about here. But yeah, that was a collection of some of my rarest things. Not all of them. I've got more than that, but there's some of my rarest bits. I hope you've enjoyed this. Must admit, over the last week or two, I've really enjoyed doing these videos. I've really enjoyed talking to you guys. Met some really wonderful people. I'll always respond if you message. It might not be straight away because I have to do 2 jobs. I'm working 2 jobs, ladies and gentlemen. I do a day job and I do a night job. So I am up all hours. So sometimes I look a bit tired, but I'm fine. But I've got a few days off coming up, so we'll do a few more videos and get some more shorts done as well. But guys, I'm so thankful for everything so far. I'm really happy. I'm enjoying myself on YouTube. It's been so much fun doing these. And yeah, I mean, I'm loving it. I'm meeting new people. I'm watching other people's channels. I'm getting some of my old viewers back from my old channel back in the day. And I may share some old videos at some point and put those on the channel as well. And you can watch what I used to be, which isn't that much different to what I am now, I suppose. Just a lot less old and decrepit. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me. Hopefully you've enjoyed this and enjoyed looking at some bits with me. I might do a painting tutorial at some point over the next few days, and I want to look at my PlayStation 2 games. And I will start to look into getting some game clips and stuff on the videos as well. But guys, thank you very much. If you have reached this point in the video and you've enjoyed everything you've heard and seen and not been put off by the boobies, massive, look at them, then take them into the toilet with me later. I won't really have God. I say things and I just go, stop, don't say it anymore, and I do it anyway. But yeah, if you've got to this point with me and you are if you've enjoyed the video and you've liked me, hopefully, then please think about maybe subscribing, liking the video. I never ask, but it'd be lovely obviously to have you over for dinner, or something less weird. But thanks guys, and hopefully see you in the next video. Have a chat with me, message me in the meantime, and yeah, we'll shoot the shit. But until then guys, have a wonderful Easter, because it is Easter, starting from tomorrow. And if you don't celebrate Easter, have a wonderful weekend, and I shall see you very soon. And until then, yeah, see you later. Goodbye everybody.